Alrighty guys, we are at the last video finally. Alright, so what do we got here? What is the slope of the line that passes through these points? Easy breezy problem right here. Slope. You got your slope formula on your formula chart that you're going to receive. So there it is right there. So I guess we just need to plug in our numbers here. Now when I'm doing the slope problems, I encourage my kids to kind of draw arrows and draw something kind of visual to help us out here. So we got to subtract y's in the numerator. So I'm going to go in the order 12 minus 7. Now if I go in that order in the numerator, make sure you go in that same order in the denominator. Use that second point first. And make sure you write it down correctly as well. So that should be a negative 39, my bad. And then minus, I guess, 27. Okay. So up there in the numerator should have 5. Subtract 39 from 27. I think that'll be 50, or maybe, yeah, 66 maybe. All right, and, or no, I'm sorry, wait. Can I write this down wrong? Oh, I wrote it down wrong. I was like, what am I doing here? I didn't see it. Yeah, so I guess I'm struggling here. It's kind of late at night, so what is that? Good grief. There we go. Okay, so now we should do this here. Now it should be negative 65. There we go. All right, so then when you reduce it down, you're going to get 1 over, I think that goes in maybe 13 times, negative 13. Hopefully that's an answer choice. Oh, yeah, there we go. So option A right there. So, yeah, pretty straightforward on that one. The only thing you can mess up, like I did, is writing down the numbers, really. I guess sometimes students get confused on the order and accidentally do the wrong order on the x's or maybe the y's. Sometimes they switch the x and the y's there as far as the, what goes in the numerator. So notice that you got like 13 or negative 13 over 1 as an answer. So just kind of be careful when you're doing those there. Also, if you did plus, I bet you that's one of those answer choices as well. So just kind of be careful on those little details. Just follow your formula to a T and you should be okay. Okay. What is the solution to this equation right here? So it's got decimals. Probably a good idea to use a calculator on some of these here. I'm going to try to do some of this here. So you got some distributive action going on right here. So the first thing, 0.3, it's kind of like 3 times 12, except you got a decimal there. So I think that'll be 3.6x right there. So I'm going to have to use a calculator to do the division here in a second. So, and then you got 0.3 is 16. I think that's minus 4.8. So kind of getting a little bit weird going on there. 0.4 times 12, I believe that is going to be 4.8 again, which is kind of strange. And then you got 0.4 times the negative 3, so I believe that's negative 1.2x. Right, and then we need to add the 1.2x to both sides. So I guess that is 4.8x, and then I guess we need to add the 4.8. And that is 9.6. And then I'm going to assume once you divide by the 4.8, hopefully I believe we get 2. In that case. So a lot of weird decimals there. Using calculator, it's not going to hurt to use your calculator and punch that out, but 8 should be the answer there. So that one, it's just got decimals and it's got some distributive property there. So just kind of be careful on that. Alright, we've been doing domain and range quite a bit on this test. Domain, once again, all the x values. It's basically how far left and right your x values go. Now remember, I guess they don't ask for range, but range, remember that's kind of like your y. That's kind of like how far up and down you're going. So we're looking for left and right between negative 7 and 2. So less than 2, but actually greater than or equal to the negative 7. which now if you're looking closely at some of these graphs here, some of them have open dots, some of them have closed dots. That will play a role into our answer here. If it needs to be less than 2, then we need that open dot there at 2 because we're saying we're not including that. And if I want it to be greater than or equal to -7, we can say it's equal to -7, so you're going to have a closed-in dot there. So A kind of looks close here. It's got -2 and then +7. So it's got the sign switched around, but that's not going to be good, so I don't like that answer. As far as left and right, this graph right here only goes from -4 to 1. Maybe, oh, okay, I see where you can mess up. If you accidentally chose C, you were probably looking at your Y values because that goes from 2 to -7. So I could see where you messed that one up. That would be your range if we were talking about that there. Same thing on this other one here. It's literally the same thing, just in a different direction. But remember, you're looking at your X values. So X is between -3 and less than 2. So we got the less than 2 part, but we want it to be to the left like 7 units there. So obviously D is going to be our answer here. All right, it goes left all the way to -7 and it includes it. It goes right all the way to +2, but it has that open dot there. So D is our best answer choice. Alright, behold the last question, I think. Yep, the last question here. The diagram shows a floor plan of a storage facility. All dimensions are given in feet. Which expression represents the area of the storage facility in square feet? All right, so you got a rectangle, you're trying to find the area. Your area formula is length times width. Take these things and multiply them. 5x plus 4. Let me make sure I'm copying it right since I have not been doing that good on this video. Then you got, what do you got? 4x minus 4. Alright, so when you have a binomial times another binomial, most of your teachers are going to teach it this way right here. It's called FOIL with the I. Golly, I'm struggling tonight. So FOIL, that means first times first. That's going to be 20x, and not just 20x, but 20x squared. So you got an x times an x. That also means the outside. So outside numbers are 5x and -4. So that'd be 20x. You got to go the inside numbers. So that's -4. Oh, sorry, that's +4. +4 and 4x there. So that'd be 16x. And then also you got 4 times -4. So that'd be -16. Alright, and then you can combine like terms. So that'd be 20x squared, and then minus 4x, and minus 16. And hopefully we got an answer choice. Oh, yes we do. We got G. So there you go. I believe some of these other answer choices, maybe you're getting some of those by adding or subtracting. I'm not even sure how you could get some of these other answer choices. Maybe F, maybe if you put a plus 20x right there, you would probably get your answer F. Yeah, we're not really sure where you could possibly come up with some of the other answers. Maybe like multiplying or adding or something like that. But, yep, there you go, G. That's your answer. And that is it for our videos.